The Brother's Son. We got a brand new review we're going to be talking about on Netflix TV show. Now, to go ahead and let you guys know, this was only out for one season, came out in 2024. I've seen clips of it on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. So I wanted to go ahead and give this show a shot. So if you guys have seen this show, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. If you have not seen this show, then stick around. Some people, and again, I understand to where when a show starts, you don't want to basically start it if there was only one season, which is fully understandable. But overall, this was an interesting new take of a show because you have 2 to 3 characters. You have the main character, Charles, who is a Taiwan gangster, and he was raised by his father. And when his father is taken out, he has to go to America to protect his mother and his brother from this unknown threat, and he's thinking that it could be from a rival gang. And when he gets to America, he notices that his mother has pretty much accommodated to the normal life. His brother, Bruce, does not know nothing about this life. He knows nothing really about his father or his brother. And his brother, Charles, keeps on pretty much fighting and trying to protect the family and instill in Bruce what he has to do as a member of the Jade Dragons family. And Bruce is very naive. He's pretty much the nerdy guy. His mom wants him to become a doctor. He likes to do improv, and he's pretty much a mama's boy, I will say that. And the thing is that Charles, he loves his mom, but his mom pretty much does give him the third degree because she is very close to Bruce because she raised him, and he was not really around Charles or his father growing up. And through the creation of the series, we have where Charles is having to relearn how to do certain things because he even become a fascination with churros, and Bruce becomes involved in a possible love interest by the name of Grace, who we later find out is the leader of the Boxers, which is a organization that was meant to go after all the triads because of all the people that they have done dirty, or they have murdered, or they have done. And what happens is Charles even gets a love interest as well because he comes in contact with his childhood friend Alexis, who is an up-and-coming junior DA. And when she figures out more of what Charles does, even though she already knew, she does help him, but she does it for her own agenda. But at the same time, she does have feelings for him, and as he does her. And we even have where Bruce pretty much starts to grow up more because he starts to realize that they may not be able to escape this life that they were pretty much almost born into. And we even later find out that Charles and Bruce's father is alive. He pretty much faked his so-called, being incapable of leading. And when he comes back, especially when he comes to America, it really puts their mother in a bind because their mother wants to become the head of the Jade Dragons and everyone else. And because she did a lot of this, because I will say this, for Michelle Yeoh, who plays the mother, she is very strategic. She's very organized, and because she knows all the leaders because of all the information, and her nickname was the Rolodex, and being able to have all of them, basically, if they tried something, crazy, then they'd be done because of everyone knowing their real names. So she was able to do a lot of manipulation in this. And she finally goes off on Bruce, man. I will say that. And I got to give credit to her acting in this, man, because when she found out that her sister passed away, and she's at her grave, and she's giving her respects to her sister, and she literally, you just see that anger, that regret, that guilt in her eyes, and it was such a great acting on her part. And I'll give it to where it's due. And what's really crazy is you even get one by the name of June, who is the twin sister, and again, the actress played both roles, which I give her credit as well, of another local gang in the city of Los Angeles, and being able to help the Sun family go after the threat. And pretty much she became like an adopted member of this family, and others that you thought were allies of family, one loses his life because of the loyalty. The other one, she makes a decision to go further on the father's side than on everyone else's side, because what was really crazy at the end was, after most of the triads are taken out because of the boxers or the FBI and among others, he orders Charles to go take out his mother and his brother, and he can't do it because he tries. I mean, he's angry and everything of that nature, and I gotta give it to the one who plays Charles with being able to, you know, show that frustration in his eye, the anger, the grief, the sadness, because he wanted a normal life. Because the guy was a magnificent baker, man. Let me tell you this, like he could bake his ass off because of everything he learned, and he wanted a normal life, but he had to choose this life that was pretty much chosen for him. And we even found out with the nickname he got, Chairleg's Son, that it was a setup and a test from his father to protect the family, and would he step up. And he did, but he did not make the choice. His father has made almost every choice for him, and with the indoctrination that he has done to him, really messed up his mind that he could not have a life, because he was trained so highly of, you know, how to spot this type of person. Even, you know, his relationship with Alexis was jeopardized because she pretty much used him, in all honesty. And at the very end, you have where their mother does decide to go back to Taiwan to become the leader of all the triads. And then Charles does get a bakery after his mother gives him, you know, like, hey, you can do this, you know, because he doesn't want to be involved in this life no more, and lets Bruce continue to go to college, do improv. They support him and, you know, have all their friends together and all this other kind of stuff. But Charles does go back to Taiwan with his mom because he wanted time with his mother, and that he knows she's going to need him, because of, obviously, it'd be, you know, a woman leading this type of organization. It's going to be very intimidating, and it's also going to be a lot of people not going to like it. So he wants to do that to show his mother, like, hey, I do support you, I do love you, and I'm going to do what I can to protect you, and then I'm going to come back and look after Bruce. And that's pretty much how the whole story ends. And they do leave it on a cliffhanger where someone was talking to another possible ally or enemy, and that's pretty much the way they left it. And I will say that Charles and Bruce's father did get his just desserts, because Bruce did shoot him, but he did not kill him, and he ended up in the hospital. And Mama got revenge. She pretty much gave him medicine for a diabetic to where he would not be able to speak or talk or be able to do other things, and pretty much made his life a living hell, like the way she felt for over however many years. And so she was able to do that, and then Alexis was able to do her own thing to pretty much, when she got done with this case, it pretty much made her career. And now that she is, you know, one of the highest ones of the DA, you know, will her and Charles have a relationship? Very doubtful, because of him being a criminal and him being in this world and her being in the world she's in. And then, you know, the whole thing with Grace, when that got revealed, that was kind of crazy, you know, because she was the leader of that organization and she wanted revenge, but she also cared about Bruce to a certain degree. So a lot of this was a mix between business and loyalty, and also feelings, but it was like, what's going to be more adequate? You know, is your feelings going to get in the way, or is your honor and your duty to your business or your family going to overcome that? So unfortunately, it did not get another season. I was kind of hoping it would get another season, or maybe a movie to kind of continue it, because we've seen this before in other TV shows, especially on Netflix. But overall, I would just say, if you want something quick to watch this. It's got comedy. It's a dark comedy, action, thriller, drama show, and I enjoyed it. So I did. I really enjoyed it, and I was hoping that there would be another season, because when I saw there was only one, I was like, damn, I really wish there was two, or three, or something of that nature. But overall, the Brother Sons, I think that it was a good show, and I think it deserved a lot more than what it was received. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, and I'll see you as always on the next one.